Welcome to Small Talk Daily for Monday, November 2nd, 2009. This morning I wanted to cover installing VisualWorks non-commercial onto a Vista or Windows 7 system. And the reason I'm specifically picking VisualWorks is that with Object Studio or Web Velocity you don't get this problem. They both install and set up working directory structures just fine. With VisualWorks things are a little trickier. So what I'm going to do is take this, which is the installable ISO file, which is mounted as if it's a CD here, and I'm going to go ahead and run install win. Go ahead and tell it I can do that. And what it's going to do is bring up the installer. So I'm going to bring the installer into the view. And I'm going to just go with typical install, hit next again, say I accept the license agreement, hit install. Now what it's going to do is it's going to plow forward and install. And I'm going to pause this so that you don't have to watch the progress bars. Now this is an error you won't see on Windows XP, but you're going to see it on Vista or Windows 7, and that is that it's trying to write a desktop shortcut and it doesn't really have permission to do that. This is something that we are going to try to address before we go to release, but you may see this anyway. If you do, tell it to go ahead and personalize, which means toss it into your personal profile instead of the system area. So I'll go ahead and do that. But you're still going to end up with a small problem. So I'm going to exit this, and I'll show you what I mean by the small problem. Let's close that down. Now for this part I put myself back into a windowed view so that you can actually see the desktop icon. In coherence mode you can't see that. So here's the VisualWorks non-commercial icon, but here's the problem. I'm going to go here. You can't see, but I'm picking properties down here at the bottom. Move that up. What you can see if I look in here is the target is running this from the program files area, and it's starting it in the program files area. So the difficulty you're going to run into is this. First it's going to give you this, just go ahead and ignore that. That's a standard Windows warning about stuff you've downloaded. Now the thing is, the reason I'm not running into trouble here is that I'm running as administrator. Typically in Vista or Windows 7 you won't be running as administrator, and what you'd run into is as soon as you tried to do anything with your image, it would give you a write error because it's trying to save a changelog file into that program files area. So if I were to open up, because I just saved an image a moment ago, I'm going to open up the computer, I'm going to go into the C drive, I plow forward here to Program Files, Cincom 7.7 image, and you'll see that I just saved a foo and foo.cha, and there's a visual NC CHA. I'm allowed to do that because I'm running as administrator. If I wasn't running as administrator, those all would have failed. So what you probably want to do is go to the Documents area and set up a working directory structure there. So you'd want to create a new directory. See, I've got Civilization 4 installed on the system, for instance, and I can go ahead and set up a working directory structure there. So what you want to do is set up a working directory structure for yourself in your personal file area. Copy visualnc.image. So let's go back. What you want to do is copy visualnc.im over to that, and then change this be the starting area. Have it start in the place you copied the image to, and just have it use the VM and this image. So if I scroll all the way back, you see that it's using bin, win, VWNT. That's fine. You can have it use that, but you want it to use this instead of program files, blah, 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 visualnc.im. Have it use your documents and settings area, visualnc.im, that you've copied over. So that's what you want to do on either Vista or Windows 7 so that you have everything set up in a working directory structure. Again, with Object Studio 8 and Web Velocity, this isn't a problem. It's only something you have to worry about with VisualWorks. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Small Talk.